Well, one thing Ray want to let everyone know, because people are probably asking, well, this is an engineering show, right? I told y'all in the intro, I'm bringing y'all behind the scenes experts, right, that are engineering things. So Ray, you're an engineer because what do engineers do, right? Solve problems. So Ray's looking at
Right.
issues of how could we invest our money properly, or different non-traditional ways of investing the money, right? And a problem, right, was that a lot of kids that I'm working with from an engineering standpoint, they got it up here as far as technical stuff. They know how to solve problems, science, math whizzes, and some of them end up being broke because they don't know anything about money, right? So what we're
Right.
bringing to you guys today is like financial and retirement engineering, right? Because it takes a process to be able to figure out how can you not be broke, how can you take your money and let it work for you, right? So that's kind of what we're bringing to you. So again, Ray, I appreciate it, man. So look, I got a
Thank
basic question. Some of my older people out there and some of the younger people, right? They want to know what is cryptocurrency and what is digital currency in layman's terms.
Layman's terms. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to break it down and simplify it for you the best way I can. And it's because it is a complicated it can be a complicated field or space that can confuse some people. There's a lot of moving parts with it. But and the simplest way I can explain it, digital currency is similar to regular currency that we use. The only difference is with our fiat currency, dollars and euros and everything else. It's something tangible, right? That we can hold, right? Keep it in our wallet, keep it in our bank account. That's correct. So digital currency is essentially the same exact thing, minus you being able to physically hold it, with an exception. And I
Okay.
say with an exception because a lot of people, the first thing you hear when you ask somebody about cryptocurrency is like, it's not real money. It's fake. I can't hold it. I can't
Right.
spend it. Right. Which are all false. Right. All those, it is real currency. Right. It can be cashed out for fiat for American dollars or other fiat currencies. So it is a regular currency. The only difference between crypto and our fiat currency that we use is one is centralized and one is decentralized. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. When I say centralized, basically there's one entity or a few that have access or control over the currency. So to break it down even simpler, if you look at a dollar bill or a $5 bill or anything, there's a serial number on that. That's how that bill is tracked. It's tracked by how it moves from bank to bank. The Fed has access to it. So at any point in time, they can trace that fiat currency, that dollar bill. They can trace that just with the serial number, right? With
Right.
digital currency, instead of a serial number, it's actually a combination of things actually, but one thing is something called a hash. One thing is there's a bunch of numbers and letters, right? And so basically, fiat uses serial numbers. Just to reiterate that for ID, and crypto uses numbers and letters and hash to identify what it is on something called the blockchain. Now,
Okay.
before I continue down the rabbit hole with crypto, let me briefly explain what the blockchain is and why it's important and related to crypto, right?
Okay.
So the blockchain essentially is in layman's term, it's a ledger, a digital ledger that keeps track of things, right? Think of it like this. It's data. It's a ledger that holds data, that holds blocks of data. Now, transactions in a blockchain can be used for a lot of different things, but what we're talking about today, without going too deep down the rabbit holes, we're talking about the currency side of things, the cryptocurrency side of things. So crypto is built on the blockchain, right? So the blockchain, it was built on the blockchain because the blockchain is a open, transparent ledger that allows us to track transactions. Let's just
Okay.
Keep it that simple for now. Um, fiat or dollars, they ask for all your details and info. When you open up a bank account, right? They want you have to give them a lot of information, personal information about yourself before you open that bank account. Okay. On the crypto side of things, they have what are called exchanges, which essentially exchanges, you can look at exchanges as the banks. Okay. So the exchanges are the middleman who you transact through when you're trying to cash out your cryptocurrency and move it to your bank account. So you can do that. That is a real thing. It's not fake money. It's money that can be transferred into real money. There is a process. And like I said, those exchanges, let's just call the exchanges the banks. They're kind of the middleman that uh, help you with the transfer, so to speak.
So, Ray, got a quick
I'll,
question. Because when I was in Germany, I had American dollars, right? And then my friend I was with at the time, she was like, let's go and change these dollars into euros, right? So, in a
Mhm.
sense, is that what we're doing? We're just exchanging the
That's
currency?
It pretty much is like forex. What you just described, changing those euros to whatever. That's all forex is, and you're buying and selling currency, right? Which is why that's something I trade also. But essentially, you hit the nail on the head, Court. It's the exact same thing. So, uh, crypto is just another form of currency that can be transferred into American dollars or some other type of currency. So it's really that simple, to be honest. Now, these transactions that we're speaking of on the blockchain, every I told you the blockchain was pretty transparent, so everybody can see all the transactions that are on the blockchain.